Hello everyone, in today's video we're going to be talking about the updates on Nintendo's pre-orders about the Switch 2. We're going to be on Dextro today. Thank you for the article, Dalen Hortiski. Thank you for the article. It'll be linked down in the description if you'd like to check it out for yourself. The title goes, Nintendo updates fans on pre-order invites and it's not good news. And I'm curious what it means by not good news, because we already knew it was already a lottery system basically, or you know what it is? It's probably because of the US pre-orders, because I know in other places they canceled pre-orders in US and Canada, and everywhere else they could pre-order, but that's probably what it is. I wonder if it's going to be an indefinite cancel to see, but we're not sure. Just before we get in the article, I'd like to remind everyone, please subscribe to the channel. We're trying to hit 1,000 subscribers, and once we do, I'll be doing a Q&A video. So if you're interested in that, please subscribe. Comment down below what you guys think about this mess of a situation with the whole Switch 2 pre-orders and how they're dealing with it. I'd really like to know your opinion about that. If you'd like to check out something else I also do a thing called Two Buds One Podcast. So check it out in the description down below. Nintendo now says that some invites for its in-house Switch 2 pre-order system may not arrive until after the June 5 release date. Oh, that sucks. Okay, and those who get the order early may have to wait until after launch for their console. The whole point of pre-ordering is to get it right away. Okay. After weeks of delay, customers in the US finally got to pre-order the Nintendo Switch 2 on April 24th, 2025 from retailers like Walmart, Target, and GameStop. The $500 console quickly sold out almost everywhere, but Nintendo's pre-order lottery isn't sending out invites until May 8th, every 2 weeks later. Okay, cool. In an update on April 24th, the Japanese game company revealed that due to high demand, some users may have to wait until after June 5th release date to buy their Switch 2. Those who manage to get an invite before then, however, may still have to wait until after the launch for their new console. What's the point of pre-ordering it then? I'm curious. Like, if you're not getting it right away, what's the point of pre-ordering? I thought the whole point was to get it. Because now people who don't get it, they can just go to the stores and hope for the best. Because, like, the ones at the stores aren't going to be pre-order ones, if I know correctly. But maybe all the ones at the stores are going to be pre-ordered, so they can't sell them? That's weird. That's very weird. Because I thought the whole point of pre-ordering a console like this was so you can get it right away. If you sign up for pre-ordering the Switch 2 straight from Nintendo, you might be waiting a while. First round of invites is set to go May 8th, 2025, to those 18 years or older and who have met the requirements set by the company. However, Nintendo now says that due to overwhelming demand for the console delivery of your Switch 2 by the June 5 release date is not guaranteed, and that your invitation email may not even arrive until after the launch. Yeah, this makes no sense to me. And Nintendo, what are you doing? The whole point of this pre-order system was so that people can get it at launch. If you're not releasing it, if you're not giving it out at launch, why bother with the pre-orders? Like, that's the whole point of a pre-order, is to get it right away. I'm very confused. Thank you for those who have already registered your interest in purchasing from my Nintendo store. They said, we're thrilled by your enthusiasm for Nintendo Switch 2. Due to the very high demand, we'll be working diligently to fulfill orders as products become available, but delivery by June 5 is not guaranteed. Your invitation email may arrive after the Nintendo Switch 2 launch. We'll confirm your shipping date upon purchase. Nintendo of America isn't the only branch of the company having demand issues either. On Wednesday, April 23rd, Japan revealed that after over 2.2 million people signed up for pre-orders, the Switch 2, they will have to delay some orders to a second round of invites. I am so curious how they did not see this coming. I mean, to be fair, 2.2 million pre-order signups is a lot, but you're Nintendo in Japan. And you're Nintendo in America after the Switch, when it's one of the most successful consoles in the world, other than like the original PlayStation 2, I'm pretty sure, and like the 3DS. How did you not know that this was going to happen? I'm so confused about how this is handled. And honestly, for me personally, I wasn't really going to pre-order the Switch, but now that I know that pre-ordering a Switch doesn't mean I can get it at launch, like, I thought the whole point of pre-ordering the Switch was to get it at launch, so you don't have to wait at the store and hope for the best. Because I feel like you might actually have a better chance of getting it from the store day one now than you would pre-ordering, it feels like. That's such a weird situation to have, that Nintendo is running stuff like that, and it is sort of like, it's not even a real pre-order. I mean, I guess it's true. You are going to guaranteed to get one eventually. Maybe that's the whole thing. Like, you are guaranteed to get one eventually, which is good, which I guess is the benefit of this, because if you just constantly go to the store, you're not guaranteed to get it. And if you aren't interested in getting it right away. But then again, if you are pre-ordering the Switch 2, I feel like you want to get it right away. So it feels a little weird, but I guess it is also just a supply issue that there just straight up isn't enough consoles. But I feel like we've been hearing rumors about the Switch 2 for so long, for years at this point. They have to have some stockpiles. I guess, I mean, having 2.2 million just in Japan, I guess it's hard to have that many product right away. So I guess it kind of makes sense because of how many people want the Switch 2. And I mean, this is a good problem to have. So many people want your console that you're not going to have enough consoles to be able to be ship them out because there just straight up isn't enough, which is a very good problem to have, to be fair. Though I just don't necessarily understand how they didn't see this coming and how they weren't able to prepare for this, because they've been keeping the Switch 2 out of official release date for a long time. It's been rumored that the Switch 2 exists for at least a couple years at this point. So it should have been done for at least a year, I would say. Unless they've been working this entire time, it's only started production like within the last year. But I still feel like that's crazy. They should have 100% been making a ton of Switches. But then again, like I said, 2.2 million only in Japan is crazy. And I guess it is kind of crazy to say that maybe I don't think any company would be able to handle that amount of demand right away with a reasonable production line, because I'm sure you could figure it out, but the problem is that if they were to overproduce them and then not have enough to sell, that would be kind of bad, especially in the press. But I don't think Nintendo ever had that in worry. I honestly don't think so. Then again, the Wii U was a colossal failure compared to the Wii, so maybe that's why they're just not making as many right away, or they didn't think it was going to be that big of a problem. I'm not sure. It's very interesting to see, though. I'm glad that at least the US can, like, at least outside like the US and stuff, can actually pre-order the Switches. It's really sad to see that some people aren't going to be getting them until after launch, even though you pre-ordered, and that's going to be really annoying for a lot of people, I feel like. And I mean, the invites aren't even being sent out until May, so the invites aren't even coming out until over almost a month later. I guess technically 2 to 3 weeks, but still, it's basically a month later, which is kind of crazy with the original release date of the pre-orders, and the invites not coming out a month later. Though I don't understand what it means by invites, because when you pre-order it, what do you mean by invites? I guess it's because you're signing up. It was a sign up, and then you get invited for the pre-order, I guess, which is still crazy to me. But I understand that this is Nintendo's way of trying to fight scalpers and way the stuff if you buy from them directly. So I guess that's interesting. But yeah, I guess that's how the pre-orders work, right? Because you're signing up on Nintendo and you have to fill up like a survey, and then they send out invites if you have pre-ordered it and stuff like that. So I guess overall that makes sense, though it's still a little weird in my opinion. But once again, you're fighting scalpers and you want to have people. I mean, even Doug Bowser, I think the president of Nintendo of America, said that they wanted their most dedicated players to get the Switch 2s in their hands when they want them. So I guess this is a good way to reward people for being a hardcore Nintendo fan. And there's nothing wrong with that, in my opinion, honestly. I think if people if they want to reward that, they should reward that. It's just weird that if you're trying to reward the hardcore Nintendo fans, they're not, and then not making it so that they can get it right away is a little weird. But I guess they're guaranteeing that they will get one, which is also a good way to do it, because in a world where you don't pre-order it, you're not guaranteed to get one. It's just whoever gets there first, really. So I guess it does make some sense. It just sucks. It's just an unfortunate situation, but it's a good problem to have for Nintendo, because so many people want your console that you literally can't produce enough fast enough. So, I mean, like I said, good problem to have. Unfortunate, though. Well, I'll be keeping an eye on the Switch 2 debacles. Hopefully not too many debacles. Thank you, everyone, for watching today's video. If you'd like to subscribe to the channel, I really appreciate it. We're trying to hit 1,000 subscribers, and once we do, I'll be doing a Q&A video. So if you're interested in that, please subscribe. Comment down below what you guys think about this whole pre-order situation for the Switch 2. Like I said in the video, I understand where they're coming from. It's just a really unfortunate scenario, and unfortunately, sometimes you just don't have enough, and it's a good problem to have for Nintendo, but sometimes you just don't have enough Switches. If you'd like to follow me on other places, I have a Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Blue Sky, and Threads. If you'd like to check me out on any of those social media platforms, all at the Techno Jelly. Thank you, everyone, for watching. I'll see you in another video. Goodbye, everyone.